Guys, please grow up. I promised myself I wouldn't be shady in this video. Now I'm doing the complete opposite. I yelled at 2 teachers. DJ. I'm just trying to put no one above. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please do If you are new here, my name is Ashley aka Lechi, and that is on period. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, share and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. I feel like it's something that I've been so terrified to talk about, but guys, I finished high school 6 months ago, so I think it's high time that we, have that conversation. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about the first icebreaker. Let's just get it out of there. Let me talk about people. I'm gonna go right out and say it because it has been 6 months, and I feel like we are all grown enough and mature not to think that me saying what I'm about to say is attacking everyone. I'm just like sharing with you guys what I experienced, hoping that you guys kind of related to the same thing as me, Yeah, so one challenge that I did have was friends. I'll definitely say that friends were, honestly, I think my problem is that I don't want to say that I had fake friends. That is not true at all. The people who were my friends, they were truly my real friends. I think my problem is that because I am such an emotional person, I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I'll take it as a good thing that I'm owning it. I'm such an emotional person, and I always need a lot of emotional support. And if I don't receive that emotional support, especially if I'm going through something, I become a headache, and I'm owning it. I'm not saying that I was a problem. I feel like it was definitely a two-way thing. But in my last 2 years of high school, I've just struggled with finding the right people who I could be friends with. And I think that was a big challenge for me because, whenever I wanted to, go out and stuff like that, that's another thing. I couldn't go out as much as I wanted to because I never really had the right people to go out with, or the right friends, or people who I could say that are my proper friends, people who I can rely on, I can be myself around. I did have 2 really, really close friends. Maita wasn't my best friend during high school. We only became friends right after high school. But me and Nyasha have been friends since I got to Gateway, and she was only with me during Form 4, and Form 4 was a lot of COVID, it was 2020. And right after that, she left Gateway, which was hard for me because I definitely struggled after she left. Another friend was a guy best friend, and he also left Gateway at the same time as Nyasha. So it was very, very difficult. I was moving up and down from people to people trying to find who my real friends were. And I did find friends, but that's a story for another day. All I'm gonna say is that it did not end well on my part. But as of right now, I do have real friends. My 3, I actually have 4. The 4th one, he knows himself. Yeah. Anyway, but my 3 closest friends, you guys have met them in my birthday vlog. If you haven't watched my birthday vlog, please go check it out. I enjoyed that vlog. But yeah, those are my 3 closest friends. Those are the 3 people that I have, and I'm very grateful to God that I was able to find them. And yeah, that was one thing that I definitely struggled with. Another thing that I struggled with was, I don't want to call it hate, but I think that's the best way to describe it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the coolest girl in the world. I'm not. I'm not. People have been calling me cool. I'm flattered, but I don't personally think that I am cool. I think I'm a great person. I love who I am. But to call me a cool person to the point where I have to receive hate, no, I don't think I'm that person. I don't know if it's the same thing, but one thing that I did experience was because I'm such a soft person and a quiet person, now I feel like I do need to address this. Because I'm such a soft and quiet person, I do feel like people would walk all over me. And like people would say to me that people walk all over you because you let them. But one thing I learned at boarding school and also at home, because that's just where I came from, that's what I learned, is that like if someone is attacking you, if someone just starts attacking you, don't like give them a reaction, just let them attack you. If it hurts you, swallow the bitter pill. One thing I'm very good at doing is swallowing bitter pills. So if someone just attacks you or starts being mean to you, I just let them talk until they get bored of doing it. And I'm like, you know what, I don't really care. I know you're only doing it because you know that I'm soft and I'm not going to respond, and that's just how I am in any situation. Like if I see that we're arguing, I'll just stop and let you win because I don't have pride like that. So one thing I did experience at both Gateway and Riverside was people would just make fun of me. So imagine we're in a group setting and we're like playing a game, heavy emphasis on the game. Now this part, I'm attacking people because I personally feel so hurt that people used to do this to me. But anyway, so like imagine we're in a group setting and like we're playing a game. I don't want to say what game it is because people will know what I'm talking about. So we're playing a game. Then imagine, what phrase did I actually say? I said something about integrity. I strongly believe in integrity because one thing that my family always tells me is that what you do now, no matter how small it is, it's going to turn into something big when you're older. But like the point is, I never really took it to heart when people used to make fun of me because of me saying that. But it's just kind of sad that people will bring you down only because you're a good person. And it really used to, and it happened consistently. And it was like one of those things where like people would make fun of it on the first day and like a month later people would still be making jokes about it. And I'm like, we are grown, you are much more mature, like why are you behaving like that? Anyway, I'm getting in my head. So just things like that, like people would walk all over me and like, you know what, it kind of made it not enjoyable to go to school. Luckily it happened near the end of high school. So yeah, I just I don't know why I feel like one of those people who attack people directly, but I know the people I'm talking about don't watch my YouTube channel, so I'm okay. I'm not attacking anyone. I just felt like I really need to talk about it. And also for those who are in high school who are watching this, and if you know that you do this to other people, please stop, because not everyone may have thick skin like me and it may actually internally hurt someone. And I know that no matter who you are, you don't have the heart to hurt someone like that. So if you do that in high school, please stop, because one day it could be you. Anyway guys, enough of the sob stories. Let's talk about school itself, like books and studying. Personally, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I was not really the don't laugh at me guys, but I was not really the dumbest person in school. I was not dumb. I was not dumb. I don't play. When it comes to school, I don't play. I don't play. So many people can advocate for that. That's one of my queen features. Guys, that fourth person is texting me right now. Mwah, love you. Anyway, I don't play when it comes to school. But what I will definitely say is school was a headache. I did maths, physics, and chemistry, and yeah. With I guess with lower 6, I struggled with lower 6. The sun is about to go. I struggled with lower 6 because lower 6 I was going through a lot, and my grades, there was just some stuff that was happening at home, so my grades were dropping down. And I used to blame myself mentally for that, but now I know that it wasn't really my fault. But then in upper six, when life was a little bit easier, I feel like, again, home, I feel like I could have done better in high school. But again, like with the things that happen at home, like after school was just very hectic for me, so I never really had time to study at home. Well, enough time to study at home. It's actually always been like that throughout high school, except for boarding school. Boarding school was a time when I really was able to flourish in like schoolwork and stuff because I didn't have to worry about home and stuff. But like in upper six, I kind of struggled with schoolwork and keeping up with my schoolwork, and I think my problem was home. Like physics, especially physics. Yay! I felt like I was the dumbest girl in physics, and to be honest, I think I am. Guys, the sun is disappearing. It's like if the quality of the video drops because of the sun disappearing, please don't. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, then like a 10 out of 10 minus plus 10 equals nothing. Eh? Yeah, minus nothing. Yeah. Not equals 110,000 million. Anyway, I should really keep doing these sunshine videos. Keep busting. Anyway, guys. What was I talking about? Flip! I was talking about high school and stuff, yeah. So I was basically saying that like I struggled in physics. Like I thought I was the dumbest in my class, honestly. To this day I still advocate that I was. Maybe not the dumbest. No, I was the dumbest. I used to fail physics. I used to fail physics like now yeah, but I passed physics. I passed I didn't really pass the way I wanted to, but I did well enough. I did good, yeah, in my actual A levels. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about high school. I don't really have much to say about keeping up with your schoolwork because I wasn't really the best in doing that. But what I will say is try to maximize your time at home. If you are a day scholar, if you're a boarder, can't really help you. To be honest, I can't. Like, I think my boarding school experience, if you're a boarder, it's much easier. I don't even have to give you advice. If you're a boarder, there's no excuse for you to be failing school, period. And if you're a day scholar, I feel like just try to maximize your time at home and try to keep away from distractions. Like try to spend a little less time on your phone. Like I used to spend too much time on my phone. Try to spend a little less time on your phone, and if you feel like your parents are probably the reason why you don't get enough time to do your work, try to talk to your parents, and I'm pretty sure that they'll understand because they do want you to pass and all of that. But really try to discipline yourself. Like discipline is such a very important aspect. I feel like the reason why I didn't do as well as I wanted to do in my A-levels is because I started late. That's another thing. Don't wait for like the end or the middle of the year to be serious with school. Start like as soon as you can. Start like at the beginning of the year. Like if you know you're gonna be a candidate next year, if you know you've got A-levels next year, be prepared to start from day one. Not even like the first day of school, January 1, Baba. The day after Christmas, Dopa Onotagawe. I'm being serious because I'm saying this, like I wish that I could have done that, but also mentally and physically I wasn't that fit to be honest. I wasn't mentally and physically fit for me to actually focus on school the way I really wanted to, so I do want to say that it was my best. And yeah, so let's talk about the sports side. So first of all, let's talk about the physical side of sports. So I was not allowed to do sports. My doctor literally said, Ashley, don't do sports. Did I listen? No. And that was very dumb. Please don't be like me. I think God was looking after me because the coaches never let me play in matches. Only let me play in a match once. And I can finally address this. To all those people who used to make fun of me at soccer, listen to this. Listen. Anyway, I'm joking. I'm really joking. They're probably not even watching this video. Anyway, guys. So on the physical side, like I said, my doctor told me not to be playing sports, and like obviously because of that specific reason, when I did play sports when I was not supposed to, obviously I wasn't that great as I wanted to, and the reason why I played sports so much is because when I was at Arundel, my God knows. Okay. Anyway, yeah. When I was at Arundel, I played a lot of basketball, and I used to travel a lot with basketball. I was the vice captain in Form 2. And yeah, I just couldn't see myself not playing sports again. Like when I moved to Riverside, that my basketball life kind of ended, so that really hurt me. So I was just trying to relive that life again, and obviously that did not work out. Luckily, the good thing about Gateway, specifically our soccer team, I don't know about the other teams, but like the good thing about Gateway is that like even if you're not, they don't have like a proper first team, like a closed or first team. They were like, today you're gonna play, next week you're not gonna play, like you played last week, today you're not gonna play, stuff like that. So like whenever it was time for traveling, everyone who played soccer would be allowed to go on the bus, and that's something that I appreciate Gateway for, or my soccer team or my soccer teacher so much for, because it still gave me the chance to travel around. Like we went to Peterhouse and to Watershed and stuff like that. The last match was Cheesy PT, and I internally made the decision not to go because I was sick of my soccer team, I was sick of them. I was like yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was the physical side of soccer. And because of my physical side, it kind of led to, remember those, I want to call them haters, but they weren't really haters. They were just people that used to pick on me. Bullies. That's the word. Bullies. It's like the bullies. Oh, I was bullied in upper 6. Guys, please grow up. If you're still a bully in upper 6, grow up. Anyway, love y'all. Anyway, I promised myself I wouldn't be shady in this video. Now I'm doing the complete opposite. Anyway, I'm just human, guys. Am I gonna cut that part out? Nope. Anyway, so the bullies would make fun of me and make fun of how I couldn't play soccer really well. Like there was one time when I was actually allowed to play in the Watershed match, and let me explain what happened in this one match that I was able to play. On the bench, I would feel so confident in myself, saying, no, put me in, I can play. I got so mad at the coach. I feel so embarrassed for doing that. Sha, if things aren't going your way, leave it. I did not behave accordingly. So upper 6, I really acted out. Like, I don't care who you are, if you're a teacher, if you're a leader, if there's something that I want and I don't get it because of like politics and stuff, I will act out. And I love that about me, but I feel like I didn't handle the situation properly. Like, I could have just let it go. Like, I'm saying to my bullies, be mature, but I could have also been mature. But, at high school is a time to be stupid, y'all. So, we all human, I guess. So, like, the sun is going away again. Huh? I have to talk fast. Anyway, so, like, okay, on that specific Watershed match, because I'm so used to being so good at sports, and because of this physical situation, when I got into the Watershed match, like, my body wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Like, it feels like it took a long time for the reflexes from my brain to travel to my feet. That's what it really felt like. I hope that doesn't expose what I have. No, it doesn't. I have a very slow reaction time. So, and I'm not used to having that. Like, I'm so used to being good at what I do when it comes to sports. So, like, my reaction time was very slow, and I hated that about me. And another thing that I have is anxiety. So, like, when that was happening to me when I was in the match, I just got so frustrated with myself, and the anxiety blocked my reflexes even more. And, like, I'm thinking about that match, and after the match, I felt so terrible about myself. And, like, my real friends didn't attack me for doing terribly, and I just used to wonder why, but I feel like they could see it for themselves, that like she has a slow reaction time and it's not her fault for why it's like that. About the fact of playing soccer, I was stupid to go back to go to soccer. After a photoshoot match, I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I've learned my lesson, so yeah. And on the hating side, honestly, I talked about haters. I don't need bullies. Sorry, bullies. I talked about bullies. I feel like bullies are haters that are acting out because they're hating. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because bullying in upper six, no, grow up. Anyway, but I also should have grown up. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm done talking about sports. Let's talk about what is actually cute. I'm gonna be until it's dark. Let's talk about music. Now, disclaimer. To the music industry at Gateway High School. Very talented, very beautiful people are in the music industry. And the problem wasn't the people themselves. The people themselves, very talented, everything that they got, they deserved it. The problem was with the staff. Yeah, the staff. The problem was with the staff. So like, obviously with me being new to Gateway, getting there are some people who have already been in things like the hockey industry and things. I'm calling it an industry because that's the perfect word to describe it, but it's not a big industry, you know what I mean? So I feel like there's some people who these people are hockey, these people do basketball, these people do interact. So there are obviously people who did music. I don't know if these people watch my videos, but if you do, I'm not attacking you. You guys are very, very talented. The problem is not with you, the problem is with the staff. And if you remember, you will know what I'm talking about because you guys were there when I was acting out. I also, I keep saying grow up, but I should have also grown up, you know. Anyway, so like, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a singer. Like, I go to a lot of choir and stuff, but I don't really do choir. I'm just doing choir because to support my church and also to get back into singing. But I'm really mostly a soloist. Don't ask me for soloist content on this channel because that is not what I do. Period. Anyway, so I'm really a soloist. So like during lockdown, I didn't really have the chance to be a soloist, and like lower six was still like coming back into being like, please forgive the noise. My road is very noisy during the weekend, so I'm sorry. Anyway, so like lower six was still just kind of falling back into the normal life. So like I Stedford at the beginning of upper six, I didn't participate in I Stedford because there was a time when me going back to Gateway wasn't very certain. So then I was like, I don't want to commit to something when I'm not sure what's going to happen. Then I ended up going back to Gateway, and then lockdown finished and I was so upset, but you know what, it happens, it's okay. So I didn't participate in I Stedford, but I did participate in Interhouse Music, and everyone got a shout. If I find the video, I'm gonna insert 5 seconds right here. Yeah. Anyway, so that wasn't Interhouse. That was the competition. Yes, that was not the competition. That was the 30th anniversary music concert. So Gateway hit 30 years maybe 2 years ago. So last year we did like a concert to kind of like celebrate Gateway hitting 30 years. So like this concert was announced in choir at Gateway in first term. Then I went to the music teachers. There was a male and a female. This is very essential. There was a male and a female, so then I went specifically to both of them because they work in the same office. So I went to them and I was like, I want to participate in this and I want to do a solo. And they're like, oh no, you just have to audition, right? So first term went, second term second term came, and then I auditioned, and then they were like, yeah, you're good, you know. Wait, did I audition? Yeah, I did. I auditioned sometime. I don't know whether it was the beginning or whether it was like right before like the actual concert. And then they were like, "You're good," stuff like that. You know, I think you qualify and stuff like that. Stuff like that. So like, it was time for us to prepare for the music competition. And then, like, you know, the people who are very talented, who are already known for music, right? Like, the people who are a part of that specific concert, they were working with them, like, a lot. And they were leaving me out. And it happened, like, it happened for such a long period of time, because obviously with a big concert, like, it was a big concert, like, Janet Manoa was gonna be there, like, these big people in the Zimbabwe music industry, the actual Zimbabwe music industry, were going to be there. Like, it was big and it was beautiful. Like, I'm sure you can tell by the video, if I find it and if I insert it, that it was actually a really big thing. Like, the lighting at Gateway doesn't always look like that. It was literally just last year. So that's how big it was. So obviously there was a long period of preparation. So like, those people, they were doing 3 songs with the band as well. And like, the number of songs they were doing, I didn't have a problem with them. My problem was that, like, I just had one song, very simple. I just needed 2 people, the pianist and the guitarist, to back me up. They know what they're playing. They know what they're playing. I know what I'm playing. But you guys ain't giving me time. Like, the show is gonna come and you guys are gonna forget about me. So I brought it up, and basically, what happened was, I brought my case, and then I brought my case to the committee who were planning the concert, and like, I eventually got my slot in the concert. Everybody loved my performance, and it eventually worked out. But like, one problem that Gateway does have is that, like, it has, I'm just gonna come right out and say it has favorites. And to those people who aren't like, who haven't always been there and who don't have like a reputation, like a strong and solid reputation, like, they aren't always going to be given a chance. Maybe it's not just Gateway, maybe there's so many other schools, but like, it's just such a bad thing. Maybe they've changed, I don't know. It's been 6 months since I left Gateway, but they did have a problem of like, if you don't have a reputation, you're basically not going to be given a chance, and life isn't going to be as easy for you. And I feel like that's so bad. Like, that's such a bad thing to have in a school, because it just builds so much discouragement, and not many people have a fighting spirit like me, and they're just gonna feel so discouraged, like, maybe I'm not talented, maybe I can't sing, maybe I can't play soccer and stuff like that. And honestly, it's just a really terrible thing, and I really hope that the schools have changed their manner. Like, I am used to going to a school like Aranda, where you earn your spot, not like this person has the spot and the next person, just because we don't know them, they're not going to be given a spot. So yeah, I really am grateful for all these experiences that I had, because I learned a lot. Like, it wouldn't really be an interesting video if I was only talking about the positive things. You gotta talk about the juicy things too, you know. So I'm really grateful for all the things that I went through, because I really wouldn't be the strong girl that I am now. And I say this in every school video that I make. I will not lie, high school was terrible for me, but I did have good times. It wasn't all bad times, and the bad times that I had really led me to be the girl that I am now. So guys, if you are in high school and if you are struggling with any of the things that I mentioned in this video, or anything else really, just keep fighting, keep pushing forward. Don't let, okay, you can let people who don't matter walk around you, but can you see what I did? I let the people who don't matter walk all over me, because that's just a waste of my time. But I didn't let the teachers walk around me. Like, I yelled at 2 teachers. I yelled at the male music teacher. I also yelled at my soccer coach, because I was like, no, you don't play with Lechi like that. No. So honestly, if it's something that's really worth your time, go for it. Don't let people walk all over you. As you can see, I eventually got my spots in everything, really. I got what I wanted in literally everything. And then there's the house captain situation. I'm not going to talk about that because this video is really long, but all I'll say is I was the house captain of Cooper, the blue house at Gateway, and because of me, okay, no, not because of me, the house, is full of so many talented people. It just lacked the strong leadership to put them all together so that they can come first in everything. And then I walked into the business. I'm not going to talk about that because it's so long, but I walked into the business and Cooper came first in everything, period. So I'm that boss bitch, no matter what you say. People were also upset about me being house captain, but screw you. I did it. You didn't. I did it. Anyway, guys, people in my house, but you know what? It's the end of the video. If this video is 45 minutes long, I'm going to kill. Anyway, guys, I've reached the end of the video and I need to wrap this up quickly before my grandma gets upset with me. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking the video. Thank you so much for watching to this end. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week with a new one. Same time, every Friday, 5 p.m. Peace out.